Namaste guys, Rajesh here for Namaste Tech, and in this video I'm going to do a speed test and multitasking comparison between the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 and the Moto G4 Plus. So on paper, the Redmi Note 3 is easily the more powerful of the two handsets here. It packs in a powerful hexa-core Snapdragon 650 chipset that is clocked at 1.8 GHz, an Adreno 510 GPU and 3GB RAM. Xiaomi also sells a variant of the Redmi Note 3 that comes with 2GB of RAM for a slightly lower price. The Moto G4, on the other hand, comes with an octa-core Snapdragon 617 chipset that is clocked at 1.5 GHz. It also packs in 3GB of RAM, but like Xiaomi, Motorola also sells a variant of the G4 Plus with 2GB of RAM for a slightly lower price. The Moto G4 also features Qualcomm's older generation Adreno 405 GPU. Despite the more powerful specifications, the Moto G4 Plus does have a key advantage. It runs on a near-stock build of Android, while the Redmi Note 3 runs on MIUI 7, which is more resource hungry. So despite the inferior specifications, the Moto G4 Plus does have a chance of beating the Redmi Note 3 in our speed test and multitasking comparison. So for this speed test, I'll be opening 7 applications, including 2 games on both the phones. The whole process will be automated using Disco Mark so as to make sure that there is no human element involved. These 7 applications include Asphalt 8, Camera, Chrome, Excel, Photoshop Lightroom, Temple Run 2 and Snapseed. Once the speed test is done, I'll also open these applications to compare the multitasking performance of the phones. So without further ado, let's get started. So in our speed test of opening the 7 applications, the Redmi Note 3 was just over 2 seconds faster than the Moto G4 Plus. Now this is a difference that you're probably going to notice in day-to-day usage, but it's not going to be evident outright. The speed difference between the two phones is likely going to be more noticeable by loading heavy applications, but overall these 2 seconds should not really make much of a difference in day-to-day usage. So let's now start with our multitasking comparison. I'll start by opening Excel on both phones, which was present in their RAM. Next, let me open up Chrome and Snapseed. Again, both applications were present in the RAM of both phones. Next, let me open up Photoshop Lightroom, which once again was present in the RAM of both phones. So most phones nowadays don't really unload applications from their memory because they are not as resource intensive as games, and they have plenty of free RAM available that they can easily have 5-6 applications running in the background without any issues. Now it's time to load the game. I'll start with Temple Run 2. Okay, so the Redmi Note 3 was significantly faster than the Moto G4 Plus in reloading Temple Run 2 from its RAM. Next, let's load Asphalt 8, which is the holy grail of our multitasking comparison. So interestingly, the Moto G4 Plus was the faster of the two phones here in reloading Asphalt 8 from its RAM. So both phones performed similarly in our multitasking comparison. While the Moto G4 loaded Asphalt 8 significantly faster than the Redmi Note 3, the Redmi Note 3 was able to load Temple Run 2 faster than the Moto G4. And let's now have a quick look at the amount of free RAM available on both these devices. So as you can see, the Moto G4 has 1.6 GB of free RAM available, while the Redmi Note 3 only has around 1 GB of free RAM available. Both the phones come with 3 GB of RAM, and despite running the same set of applications, the Moto G4 has an additional 600 MB of free RAM. Now this is likely because the phone runs on a near-stock build of Android, while the Redmi Note 3 runs on MIUI 7, which is significantly more resource hungry. So to give you an overview of the final results, the Redmi Note 3 was 2 seconds faster than the Moto G4 Plus in our speed test. And while both phones performed similarly in our multitasking comparison, the Moto G4 Plus had an additional 600 MB of free RAM despite running the same set of applications that made it the winner in our multitasking test. So guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching it. Do hit the like button below and subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so.